नमस्कार, आदाब। आपके साथ मैं स्मिता शर्मा हूँ। आप देख रहे हैं मेरा यूट्यूब स्टेशन स्मिता शर्मा जर्नलिस्ट। बांग्लादेश के चुनावों पर और बांग्लादेश का जो भविष्य है, जो चुनावों के बाद तय होगा कि आखिर कौन यहाँ प्रधानमंत्री बनते हैं, कौन सी पार्टी की सरकार बनती है, उस पर हम रिपोर्ट्स लेकर आ रहे हैं। और मेरे साथ एक ख़ास मेहमान हैं। इनसे मैं आज से करीब 13 साल पहले मिली थी, जब बांग्लादेश में एक अलग मूवमेंट देखने को मिल रहा था, शाहबाग मूवमेंट। और वो मूवमेंट उस वक्त खड़ा हुआ था ताकि जो 1971 लिबरेशन वॉर के जो ट्रेटर्स थे, जिनको रज़ाकार कहा जाता है, उन लोगों को फांसी की सज़ा दी जाए। व्लॉगर्स की हत्या हो रही थी और उस पूरे मूवमेंट के सेंटर में था सेक्युलरिज्म, धर्मनिरपेक्षता। आज एक बार फिर से जब बांग्लादेश में मुख्य चुनाव हो रहे हैं बीएनपी और जमात को लेकर, जो बांग्लादेश के फ्रीडम के साथ में जुड़े हुए लोग थे, स्वतंत्र सेनानी थे, जो आवाज़ें हैं, वो चिंता जता रहे हैं देश के भविष्य को लेकर कि क्या बांग्लादेश सेक्युलर इंक्लूसिव बना रहेगा या नहीं। हमारे साथ खुशी कबीर जी हैं, बहुत जानी मानी यहाँ की सोशल एक्टिविस्ट हैं और हमेशा से मूवमेंट्स के साथ जुड़ी रहीं। अभी 2 दिन पहले ही जो है ह्यूमन चेन भी बनाया था संसद के बाहर। मैम, बहुत शुक्रिया आपका हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए।
Thank you.
इफ़ आई कुड स्टार्ट बाय आस्किंग यू, आज जबकि ये चुनाव हो रहे हैं देश
Chunam
में,
means election.
इलेक्शंस, आपकी बिग कंसर्न्स क्या हैं?
Quite a lot of concerns. Our biggest concern for all of us is a few things. One is the security of voters to be able to feel that they have the security to go and vote and cast their vote without any intimidation or any violence. So that's our biggest concern. Second is people feel free. I mean, no matter if they're the most marginalized communities, they may be a religious minority, they may be the women particularly are not a minority, but they are marginalized in many areas, especially in this election. We see how they have been marginalized, and yet women issue has always been raised. The other thing is all the indigenous communities, people with disabilities who do not have, where many of the centers are not disabled friendly at all. So for many of the marginalized communities, their ability to go and vote freely and fairly, that's one. Second is without intimidation. Second is whether the votes will actually be cast and counted fairly and properly. Do we have a free and fair elections? This is something that a lot of people are concerned, and we need to see. We can't predict anything yet, but we are all watching. And the third is violence, which is a big concern, whether there'll be violence during, but more probably post-election. So that's something as citizens, many of us, and we formed groups of and aligned together to try and see if all over the country we get any news, can we verify, can we ensure that the government, especially those who are in charge of law and order situation, can take control and provide the kind of security that is needed.
मैम, जब 1971 वॉर कोलैबोरेटर्स के लिए रज़ाकार के खिलाफ फांसी की सज़ा की मांग की जा रही थी शाहबाग प्रोटेस्ट्स में, उस वक्त जमात लीडर्स को फांसी दी जाने की बात की जा रही थी, एक दो जन को दी भी गई, बीएनपी की तरफ से पॉलिटिकल बैकलैश देखने को मिल रहा था। आज एक ऐसे चुनाव हो रहे हैं जब शेख हसीना नहीं है, खालिदा जिया नहीं है, एंड बीएनपी जमात ही कॉन्टेस्ट कर रहे हैं। बांग्लादेश कितना बदल गया है?
No, it's changed. It's definitely changed. In the Shahbag movement was basically, yes, for the trial of the war criminals, the Bangladeshis who were part of the process which led to the killing of so many people in 1971. And that had never been, they had gotten amnesty, they had been rehabilitated. So it was important that that voice was raised, that we put a closure to what happened in 1971. Now, it's a different situation. The Jamaat-e-Islami is now a forerunner, is somebody who may win the elections, we do not know. And that's ironic. That's ironic. Because for many of those of us who were around in 71, and we remember 1971, and we remember what Jamaat has done, but after that too, during certain times when the Jamaat had been in control of some of the universities, bigger universities, especially Rajshahi and Chittagong, the Jamaat student wing were very violent against, very violent procedures. They would cut the tendons of people who were who were opposing them in the universities. So we know what they are like. We have seen their rhetoric throughout this campaign also. So it's ironic that they have come out as
आपको
being.
नहीं लगता है कि वो बिल्कुल बदले हैं? क्योंकि शफीकुर रहमान कुछ अलग बातें शहरों में कर रहे हैं, लेकिन एक भी औरत को टिकट ना देना, रिलीजियस आइडेंटिटी पर बात करना, तो आपको नहीं लगता है कि बदला है जमात?
No, their election manifesto, interestingly enough, has a very strong women focus, which is very contradictory to what the Amir, Dr. Shafiqur Rahman, has been saying, but also very different from what their secretary, Ghulam Parwar, has also been talking about women. So, their language of women not being able to work, women not main role and function, the big controversy he raised about the 5 hours, bringing down the work hours for 5 hours. Later he clarified it's for women who are lactating mothers to feed their children. But even then, that whole, I think it was just a gimmick to try and get popular votes from women to say we'll work 5 hours and get the same pay. Of course, that's totally and something that's so ridiculous, and it's not something that will ever be implementable. So they have just brought in some women because recently in their manifesto, but none of their language and their actions even in the areas when they're campaigning, not just in the cities, when they have brought in their women and who talked about that this is what we accept. So obviously, okay, the women are educated, they're working, many of the women leaders are working. Women leaders meaning wives of the leaders, and women who are in their party are professional women, working women, but they're all very, they have yes, their whole appearance, their positioning, everything is very, that male dominance is natural, this is what is to be, and that's it. So that's it, so when Jamaat comes in, the women's situation is something that is very scary, because their main, every party has an ideology, and their ideology is to establish an Islamic rule and have the Sharia law.
सो मैम एक आखिरी सवाल आपसे पूछना चाहूँगी, अगर बीएनपी की सरकार बनती है, बीएनपी के साथ भारत के रिश्ते हमेशा से बड़े कंट्रोवर्शियल रहे, और पिछले कुछ वक्त से हम देख रहे हैं कि भारत के साथ रिश्ते ऐसे भी बहुत ख़राब हो रखे हैं बांग्लादेश के. आपको क्या लगता है कि इस वक्त भारत और बांग्लादेश के जो रिश्ते हैं, क्या वो उतने ही टेंशन वाले जैसे भारत पाकिस्तान के नज़र आते हैं?
Well, we hope not. We hope not. You see, part of why, the relationship has soured as much is people would like to say it's because Sheikh Hasina is in exile and she has got refuge in India. Obviously, any country she would go to, no one would push her back. And why not? India is any other country. And we've had a long historical relationship. But when India tries to play that role of being the big brother and controlling, the general public also don't like that attitude. So So it's won a popular resonance with the public in the anti-Indian, rhetoric that is coming out. But I don't think it's good for any country to have such a antagonistic, relationship with a large neighbor. We want to be as equal, but we want a good relationship. We don't want to be controlled and dominated, but we don't want a very fractious relationship either. It's not good for us. I do hope, I don't know, I think whichever party comes, when BNP comes, I think BNP would, for its own self, not want a very difficult relationship with India. It may not be as cozy as it was with the Awami League, but BNP has been in power after Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib was killed, and then when Ziaur Rahman was later on in November brought into power, he was killed in November, in August. But in November, when Ziaur Rahman came into power, there was a military government, and after the military government, the BNP was formed. So from 78 onwards, BNP was there. 82 it was General Irshad. Then 91 it was BNP. 91 to 96 was BNP. 2001 October to 2006 October was again BNP. So BNP has been in the government, and it wasn't such a fractious relationship. It wasn't such a hostile relationship. So I think that as a party, we hope, which has got some, some kind of they've had some experience now. So as an experienced party who've also been in government, they will be much more pragmatic and not have such a fractious. Maybe, as I said, it may not be so cozy,
right?
But I don't think that it will not be in BNP's favor to have
मैम, आप अभी भी जो हैं, आप अपनी साड़ी में, बड़ी बिंदी में नजर आ रही हैं, हमेशा की तरह ही. क्या आप एक पुराने बांग्लादेश को मिस करती हैं?
No, I don't think there's any Purane Bangladesh or a Naya Bangladesh. Bangladesh is Bangladesh, a Bangladesh that we fought for and liberated and won our country. And this is the Bangladesh that will remain in all of us who believe in Bangladesh. I don't think it's anything to do with whoever comes to power or not.
चलिए, ये आपने बहुत खूबसूरत बात की कि ये जो बांग्लादेशी स्पिरिट है, ये बांग्लादेश को मजबूती देता रहा है और आगे भी देता रहेगा. बहुत शुक्रिया आपका हमारे साथ बातचीत करने के लिए.
शुक्रिया.
तो एक पर्सपेक्टिव यहाँ ढाका से खुशी कबीर जी के साथ, दूसरे आवाज़ों को भी हम आप तक पहुँचाएंगे. आप जुड़े रहिए हमारे साथ. नमस्कार, आदाब.